online, and most of the time it works.
I keep pushing the on button.
In by doing the Pledge of Allegiance. And let's see, how about Susan Swinburne from the Torrance Foundation? Will you help us?
Certainly, thank you. Please place your right hand over your heart and repeat. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. It's nice to see a room full of folks, and especially folks that we get to honor this evening. That's always our fun time. So let's begin with adopting the agenda.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. We have no report from closed session, but our first order of business, you'll be glad to know, is recognition of the Employees of the Year for 2017, 2018. And I see a lot of you out there, so I know many of you are here. And we will just go ahead and go and run down through the list as they come up. I'm going to come forward, and I'll meet whoever they're going to talk about at the podium, okay? So, go ahead, let's go. Dr. Kim.
Thank you, President Reagans. It's my pleasure to introduce our first recipient of Employee of the Year, Mr. Sam Gonzalez. Please come on up. Sam is our certificated Employee of the Year for elementary school. He's been part of the school district since 1996, and throughout all of his years there at Victor, he's gone well above and beyond his role as teacher to ensure the best education for all of his students. Sam is a member of Victor's MTSS committee, the PBIS coaching committee, the leadership team, the solution tree team, the district steering committee for technology. He coordinates peer mediators, serves on the reading counts committee. He basically does everything, including one of the track team coaches. That's correct. Including 2 years ago, he was a member of TUSD's Response to Intervention Plan Committee. In addition to all this, Sam is Victor's technology point person, so whenever anything needs to be set up, fixed, or implemented, Sam is the man who does that. He's constantly striving to make lessons available for our students through technology. By the end of the third grade, his students are well-versed in creating Word documents, inserting pictures, navigating the internet for research, and using programs such as Google Docs and BlendSpace. He can create engaging presentations on a variety of different subjects, and he does on a daily basis. In his spare time, Sam loves to spend time in the great outdoors with his wife and 2 daughters. Let's all congratulate Sam one more time.
I just want to say I'm glad you have a family, too, because all of those things seem like you're a very, very busy man. So thanks for making time for personal life, too. Let's take a photo.
Okay.
So how you have time, but somehow you do. Oh, okay.
Smile. 1, 2, 3. Folks in the audience that want to join you for Victor.
Also joining us tonight is the principal of Victor Elementary, Bill Baker, as well as many other staff members from Victor.
Sorry.
Look at all this. This is not everybody. I know. I see a lot of you. Put your flag up here. Wait.
Have to see me.
Okay. That's good.
Smile. 1, 2, 3.
You want to say something? Bill said he had a prepared speech. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Next, I'd like to call up Ruth Marcia Coulter. Please come on up, Ruth. Ruth is our elementary classified employee of the year. She began her career with Torrance Unified in 1994 as an instructional assistant. Soon she found herself pitching in as a noon aide. She was so dedicated, then she began supervising the PE program at Hickory Elementary School. She enjoyed working at every school site with the students, but she found herself next working at Walteria Elementary as an office assistant. For 2 years at Walteria, it prepared her for her next position as school secretary for Casimir Middle School. In 2002, some smart principal at Hickory hired her to be the school secretary there, where she has remained for her last 15 years. During time at Hickory, Ruth has made a positive impact on the school community. She warmly welcomes new families and continues to support all members of the community. Her support and knowledge of the workings of the school and the community has helped to make Hickory the outstanding school that it is. Ruth and her late husband, Joe, raised their 3 children right here in Torrance, going to all Torrance schools. She was a PTA member, school site council member, and supported many Torrance area youth sports. In her free time, she enjoys quilting, reading, and of course, playing with her grandchildren. Congratulations, Ruth.
Somebody's sneaking up behind him.
It's a Mayberry.
Bigger camera.
It's a Mayberry.
I see you back there. Staff, anybody from Hickory want to? Oh, come on. Come forward. Come on. We will. Come on down.
Joining Ruth is the principal of Hickory Elementary School, Mrs. Edna Schumacher, and assistant principal Maggie Mayberry.
Visible back there.
Did you come back from Phoenix?
Tuesday, Wednesday? Yeah.
And next up, we have Dana Ludwig. Dana, come on up. Dana began her employment in TUSD in the year 2000. She is currently a 7th grade teacher at Jefferson Middle School, known for her commitment to excellence both in and out of the classroom. Dina is not only a phenomenal teacher and mentor, she is a, are you ready for all this now? So you better, don't hold your breath. She is a Jefferson Middle School Technology Tier 1 lead, PLC presenter and coach, yearbook lead chair, Jumpstart summer school teacher, site TTA rep, site PBIS coordinator. And we've left out a bunch of stuff in here as one of the original district benchmark writer for science benchmarks, facilitator, trainer, jack of all trades. As the PBIS coordinator, Dina assists in developing and implementing the site PBIS plan and framework. She oversees discipline, data, and coordinates detention, and participates on the RTI site team. On top of each of these roles, she maintains and organizes Jefferson's PLC, RTI, and PLC records and Google Docs for the site team. She accomplishes each of those pieces with the highest of quality, yet she is so humble one would never know the hours of time and dedication she puts into the Jefferson students, staff, school, and for all of our districts simply because she cares and wants the best for all of our students. Simply put, she is amazing. Jefferson Middle School is proud for Dina Ludwig, and congratulations.
Thank you. You too are a busy, busy lady. Hey, come on in.
Very nice. And next up is Shelley Stallings. Prior to the start of the school year, Richardson Middle School has never existed without Shelley Stallings. Wow. She was the first person anyone experienced when they entered campus and was an icon at Richardson Middle School. Shelley proudly states that she has survived 10 principals and 13 assistant principals in the time that she was at Richardson. Did you count the year you trained me when I was a summer school principal and you came over to Towers? Because you could add one. Number 14. Okay, 14.
That makes no sense.
Shelley was part of the Richardson Middle School since the origin of the school in 1993 and remained a constant leader on campus since that time. Staff members from classified to teachers to administration relied on Shelley's knowledge of the school and the inner workings of Richardson. She fully embraced the school-wide goal of making Richardson Middle School the best school that it can be. She always handled her supporting roles with the highest degree of dedication and professionalism. Most importantly, Shelley Stallings always displayed the utmost care and consideration for students at Richardson Middle School. Her welcoming demeanor helped all students feel comfortable approaching Shelley with their requests, issues, or needs. Shelley has been looking forward to her retirement, where she will now get to spend even more time with her much-loved grandchildren, travel to new and exciting places, and organize her ever-growing collection of shoes. Assistant Principal Crystal Acala and Principal Drummond feel fortunate to be the last ones in Shelley's long history of administrators. Shelley retired at the end of last school year and will be greatly missed by all. Congratulations, Shelley.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, no, her first fall without. You survived.
I survived.
Anybody want to come forward? I see you.
I have an unusually requested like Mario.
Please.
Yeah.
Katie.
Bring any other. Quite an illustrious crowd.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surrounded by men.
Yeah.
That was great, guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you guys.
Please help me welcome the Certificated Employee of the Year for Adult School, Marcia Bergen. Marcy began her career as an instructional assistant and became a teacher at Torrance Adult School in 1999. She is an excellent teacher who supports and inspires students to achieve their academic goals. Marcy is compassionate and calm in dealing with students who are often frustrated and overwhelmed with the academic challenges that confront them in the high school diploma program. Marcy is a very dedicated team member of the Torrance Adult School faculty. She takes on additional tasks and assignments gracefully and professionally and contributes to the efficiency of the adult academic education program, as well as the overall efforts to fulfill the vision and mission of our school. She is an outstanding teacher and well-deserving of this recognition as our Adult Education Employee of the Year.
She just told me she just got her 30-year pin for employment in TUSD, too. So it's quite fitting, folks.
Let's see, Jim Jones is here from... Wayne here tonight?
Okay, come on.
Wayne and Jim and all the adults. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
It's a little. Yes, that would be fabulous.
Yeah, family waits, we'll do a family one later. But staff will do this one.
Oh, staff?
I just thought, shorter photos.
All they do this week is run out.
Sandy and the front. Can everybody see?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have a little, and you guys can sort of file out, yes, he took my cue. I need to be able to see you guys, can't see you either, so.
Maybe don't.
You are not a problem, you guys, it's still you.
Tammy, stand on a chair.
Right? Oh.
Yeah, stay on paper. How was that? That was good.
Incredibly good.
Okay, big smile, 1, 2, 3.
Harps, everything.
Good.
And a fun night. Yeah. Zach's always fun.
Kevin, right?
Now family, thank you folks. Wow, thanks for all coming out.
They're going to be right back up in just a moment.
I tell you that story, good job.
I know.
Now we'll find it.
You're not
This one's easier.
be mom of the year and left it.
Thank you for sharing.
Completely left it.
All right, congratulations.
Please help me welcome the Classified Employee of the Year for Adult School, Sandra Matsumura. Sandy has been an adult educational specialist for Torrance Adult School for 4 years. She has established an exemplary working relationship with all of our staff members, and her performance is consistently outstanding. She takes a great deal of pride in her work and efficiency at Hamilton Adult School. Sandy never stops working until the job is done and encourages students to ask any and all questions and makes everyone feel welcome. Sandy is always available to staff and consistently provides help to any and all colleagues needing information and/or expertise in the myriad of tasks, computer programs, and projects that are necessary for running an effective adult school. She has also made many contributions to school-wide improvement efforts as an active member and officer of our California Council for Adult Education chapter, a part of our WASC accreditation process, and a member of our school leadership team. She also enthusiastically agrees to participate in new projects and/or tasks in order to make our school a better place. Sandy is truly deserving of recognition as the 2017-18 Torrance Unified School District Adult School Classified Employee of the Year. Congratulations.
Yeah, family first, how about this time? You've been here a long time with me, so I know you were here when I got there. Hi. Aw, now you get to do.
Big time.
Yes.
And now all the adult school folks.
Now, don't go folks. Oh, yeah, well, you're ready. Seen them before. Oh, I think they're multiplying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Here, let me come around to this side.
If you step forward and slide yourself, right, there we go. We'll fire it back. Actually, nobody moved. I think we're good. Nobody moved. I can see everybody. As long as I don't fall in, we're good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Teresa Vong, Certificated Employee of the Year for District Support. And although it's district support, she's assigned to Victor Elementary School currently. Teresa is truly an outstanding counselor. She is constantly looking for the best ways to reach all students. Teresa has spearheaded several programs at Victor to address bullying, social skills, behavior expectations, and has introduced some clubs, including the Victor Robotics Club and the Friendship Circle, to help students who need a different vehicle than the typical recess model to feel included. Teresa also leads the peer mediators, co-chairs the multi-tiered systems of support program as a positive behavior intervention and support coach, and supervises several counseling interns. She also has recently introduced a literature-based anti-bullying program for grades K through 5. Teresa's involvement in the peer mediation program has seen great results on campus, as students seek out upper elementary students to help solve problems in a respectful and non-aggressive manner. Teresa began her counseling career here in TUSD at North High School in 2008, and now in her very little spare time loves to cook and bake with her 2 children, Nolan and Aaron. Are they here?
Yep.
All right, good. We'll get them in the picture. Congratulations, Teresa.
Another overachiever. Okay. Hello, family. Actually, we could probably do everybody. Who else is here from Victor? Oh, that's right. It's a big group, huh? Okay, family first. Family, come on up. Thieves. Oh, they're coming. There they are. Okay? All right. There you go. Hey, thanks. And now, hang on, Victor, folks.
Same position as last time.
Oh, Sam's going to the back. I know.
It's okay. I'm used
I
to
didn't
it.
say that again. It wasn't me.
Thank you. Balance that. There we go.
That good?
Good?
Yes. Big smile. 1, 3.
Now our Classified Employee of the Year for District Support, Mr. Truck Lee. Chuck began his service in the district as a substitute custodian in 1982. 1 year later, Torrance High hired him permanently, and only after a few months, he moved over to the district offices and EMB, where countless employees have relied on his valuable services ever since. Mr. Lee is a respected and dedicated employee who continuously goes above and beyond not only his assigned duties, but anything asked of him, including some carpet and other jobs on the side. He's accommodating and flexible, which makes for a pleasant work environment. He's always delightful and cheerful. His personality brightens up the offices each and every day. And Torrance Unified School District Truck is lucky to have someone like you who's so vital to the daily operations. Congratulations.
How about
I'm coming up, yes.
They're all going to join in the fun. They know how important you are around here.
He's the only guy that's always nice to me.
And I'm sure you tested.
I'd like to call up Vilma Carrizales, the Classified Employee of the Year for high school. Vilma has been working for the district for 22 years, and she's an invaluable staff member at Kerr T. Sherry High School as a sole custodian. She leads by example, and through her work ethic, her words are daily and her effort are contagious. She takes pride in her work and goes above and beyond. She's willing to help out with events and the needs of campus that she's not always required to do or asked to do. As one teacher stated, we always brag that Sherry is the cleanest campus in the district. Vilma takes great pride in maintaining our campus at the highest level. It's definitely the cleanest campus I've ever worked at. Most importantly, one student mentioned, Vilma is the integral cog in the machine that is Sherry High. Without her, the jobs of many other staff and students would be much harder and much less pleasant. Thank you for your services, Vilma.
There's always a smiling face on campus, always. You see some of your scary photos there. Come on down. Oh, your sister's here too? Ah, come on forward. I think we can all get one photo here. Dressed up, look at her.
I know.
I know. Sticky dippy. How about, let's see, are we okay, or are we too spread out, Jenny? Okay. How about just right in front? There. Is that okay? Does that work? Okay.
Yeah, we could have somebody buy Tammy a camera with a wider lens.
Or a stepladder.
Next, I'd like to call up Jonathan Sperling, Certificated Employee of the Year High School, and representing TUSD in the LACO Teacher of the Year program. Jonathan has been working in the district for 16 years. He began his service as an English teacher at Magruder in 2001 and moved to North High in 2004. Jonathan continuously inspires students and colleagues to improve, takes on challenges, cares about others, and makes sure they reach their highest expectations. Jonathan promotes a pursuit of excellence within and outside the classroom. Caring is one of Jonathan's defining qualities. His commitment and creativity led to the I Care campaign, a unique program that has been recognized by the state and community. It's described in a book on leadership and motivation and has been presented to the White House at the Helping America's Youth Forum.
Consistent with his commitment to excellence and his desire to spread positive news about the school, during the 16-17 school year, along with a colleague, he created the North High newsletter, appreciated by our students, parents, and the community. One of his many strengths is teaching students to write and think outside the box. His students write and rewrite, seeking their voice and learning to argue persuasively, passionately, poetically, and convincingly. For dozens of students each year, the annual Visions of Unity event is their first experience being published and recognized as writers of distinction. During the 2011-12 school year, Jonathan's freshman students decided to write a novel describing their experience as they grew up. This was above and beyond the required curriculum and resulted in their own book. Jonathan believes that schools and programs improve when teachers, support staff, and the school community work together with common purpose, focusing on student learning and the building blocks of literacy. He connects with students, parents, and the community, leading through example. A heartfelt statement from a 10th grade student said, "Mr. Sperling has been inspiring us to stand out and make the change since I first stepped through the magical portal that brought me to his class. We are so honored that Jonathan Sperling is representing TUSD in the LACO Teacher of the Year program." Thank you.
Northeast? We got some Northeast here. Well, we got one Northeast. Families. Yeah, and his family too? There's room for all of us? Yeah. Make it work. Yes. Aww. Behind the man. In front of the man. With the man. Smile. Thanks, folks. Thanks for sharing it.
It's wonderful. We'll go on to the next set. Oh my, does everybody really want to say something?
No, I was messing with the buttons. We could do it again, so we can do it faster this time.
Congratulations, folks. It's wonderful to see the marvelous employees that are with our students and in our schools and making our school community so special here in Torrance. I do have some lights. Are there folks here who have a comment to
No, I was
make?
playing with the buttons.
No? Okay. All right. So, you folks are welcome to stay with us if you like, or if you need to go home and do homework, we understand. So we'll give you a minute here to file out if you're interested in going.
Common sense indicates for your chance to run for it.
Thank you again. Woo! Very nice.
All these people don't want to see what we do.
You can still watch us at home on cable. Wow. It's a nice crowd of folks. It represents a lot of excellence. That's nice. Everybody doesn't have to leave.
You told them all to leave.
I didn't say everyone.
Did what you told them to do.
indication of superior intelligence. Yeah, really. Can we go?
No, the board members must stay.
Thank you.
We have some meeting here that we need to attend to. Okay. Give them one more moment. And in the meantime, how about, in the batter's box, we'll have our few report people from Ed Foundation and Council get ready. And as soon as, I don't want to have you start, though, until they're really out the door, so we can give you our full attention.
If it goes fast on this, that means it fell down the steps.
Oh, no. Take it easy down the steps, please. Okay, I think we're ready to go here. First, we'll go on to a staff presentation and information, a report from the Torrance Education Foundation from Susan Swinburne, the Executive Director. Come on up, Susan.
Hello again.
Yay, we'll clap for you.
Thank you. Not sure what I did to deserve that, but thank you anyway. Well, we're happy to be back for a new school year. The first thing I'd like to share with you is results of our summer school program, and before I start with the results, I'd just like to say on behalf of our board, thank you to all the staff, the school staff and personnel who join us in the summertime to help us do this. In particular, we invade 3 of the campuses. We were at South and at Calamajor and at Hickory this year, and I know that it's not easy on the staff that runs those campuses to have to juggle around us when we're there, so I want to just be sure everyone understands we really appreciate them working with us, and also all of the administrative and teaching staff who join us to help us deliver summer school for our students. So this summer we had almost 1,500 students. Let me see, there were 425 in elementary, 395 in middle school, 511 in high school, and 153 online students. We also piloted 2 new programs this summer. One was to see if there was an audience for afternoon classes. So we did offer afternoons for the 4 weeks of middle school and had 35 students joining us with after-school classes. So we will be continuing and expanding that program next year, next summer. The other successful pilot we had this summer was to invite some exchange students to join us who came and observed our high school classes. So 60 Chinese exchange students came during the 2nd semester of high school this summer and had a terrific time building our summer school program into their experience of coming to Southern California and learning about the high school environment and also what it's like to be in the state of California. And I also want to send a shout out of thanks to Gil and his team. We implemented a new online registration system this year, which worked very, very well. Of course, a new system is never without its glitches, and we couldn't have gotten up and running and worked nearly as smoothly as we did without the help of Gil and his IT team. So that was also very much appreciated. I brought a flyer. We're having our first fundraiser of this school year, the Jean Drevno Scholarship fundraiser, which takes place on September 27th, a week from Wednesday, at the Comedy and Magic Club. We still have tickets available, and you probably remember that this fundraiser brings in dollars that go to support the Jean Drevno Memorial Scholarship, which is awarded every year to a student of Sherry High School. So if anyone would like to join us, I left a few of these flyers out on the table. It's also available on our website. It's a terrific, fun evening, and it is a terrific cause. So we invite everyone to join us at that if they like. Finally, it wouldn't be the first meeting of the fall without our first advertisement of our Skechers Walk. Skechers Walk is scheduled to take place on October 29th, which is the last Sunday in the month of October. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a very, very strong partnership between our school district and, in fact, all the school districts in the South Bay and Skechers Company, which is very, very generous in helping to raise funds to support all of the school foundations in the South Bay. It's a walk at the beach on October 29th, and the way it works is to sign up for a team that is registered to support Torrance Education Foundation. We raise quite a lot of funds, and then at each school site, there's at least one team Whoever registers there can designate their school or another one of their school teams to receive the benefit of that registration fee. The fee is $30 per person. You can come and walk if you register, but you don't have to. You can be a virtual walker if you like. But the dollars that families sign up for and walk or virtually walk will come back to the school that they affiliate with. There'll be more about that on our website by the end of this week, and a lot more information coming out in the next few weeks as the date arrives. Any questions?
Can we do a save the date shout out for the dinner in the spring, just so folks have that date?
Yes, April 14th, Saturday, April 14th, and there will be much more information about that coming, in coming weeks.
Okay.
Thank
Right,
you.
anybody else? All right, thank you, thanks for coming. Walk at the beach is always nice, because it's early in the morning, and it's not too hot yet, and it's lovely. Okay, moving on, we have a report from the Torrance Council of PTAs from the new president, Nanette Nolan. Come on forward, yay!
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President, board members, cabinet members, Dr. Mannon. My name is Nanette Nolan. I'm the new Torrance Council of PTA president. I'm here as the representative. I think I'm alone. That's okay.
Wait, some of us are PTA members.
No, so I'm just here to share a little bit of the good news, some of the good work we're doing around the school district. This summer we held, I want to say it's like the 5th annual Project BOSS, which is the acronym is Bring Our Students Supplies. And so each of the schools in TUSD identified students that were in need, and not every school district, not every school did identify, but most of them did, and we were able to supply 400 backpacks with school supplies that are grade appropriate, kindergarten all the way through 12th, and that was pretty exciting. And I think we have some stored at district left over for our students as they come in, or as more students are identified. And then one really exciting project, 2 years ago we piloted Project Hope, which is helping our people every day. And that's a program spearheaded, actually I think it was the brainchild of Alicia Allen, who's unfortunately not here tonight. And that's to help our homeless population, our homeless families in Torrance. And so I know maybe many aren't aware that there are families that are in need, but there's actually a fairly large amount of students who do live in the streets, or families who are kind of just going paycheck to paycheck. And so last year was its first year after the pilot, where Alicia was just amazing. Last year we kicked off a Halloween costume, like adopt a costume, and we'll be doing that again. So we sincerely hope that you guys will support us in that. I believe the number was 80 costumes, little tykes all the way to older kids, Batman costumes, and everybody was chipping in for accessories, and it was really touching. And then throughout the year, Alicia and a group of folks from our team were building out care packages, because during the spring breaks, students know that they're getting fed when they come to school, those who have the free and reduced lunch plans, but it's the summer times and the springtime and the winter breaks, and so she has just done an amazing job. We used Magruder Middle School as our pantry, and we're really, really proud of the work she's done. And then at the end of last year, as though I don't know where she even finds the time for this, she went and found some of our students, the seniors, and took them out and got them prom dresses, and took the girls out and got them, makeovers and nails done, and they were really able to kind of just enjoy something that I think a lot of our students, fortunately, do take for granted, maybe, or unfortunately, I'm not sure, but it was really touching and beautiful, and so we're excited to expand that. It's funded largely by the units chipping in and donating, but we've got a lot of support from different community groups, and so we're thrilled about that. And so Alicia is kicking off the whole thing all over again with, again, the Halloween costumes and food pantry stocking up, I guess. And aside from that, our next goal is to help train up all of our unit presidents. So that's a really big thing. We've got a training coming up soon. And pushing membership. I think people don't often think about what that membership means, but to us it's another voice added to the cause. So I hope you guys will all join APTA or 10. We'll get more information out to you. Thank you guys so much for being amazing partners. No worries that much.
Well, before you leave, I wanted to let you know that, and you probably do know, is that there is a resolution on our agenda this evening for PTA membership enrollment months to be September and October. So we really are encouraging all of us, as well as people in the community, to join PTA. Go to your local school, find a student in your neighborhood, and help us to have the large voice and advocacy that's really important for our students.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
again.
you. Okay. And now we move on to our next item, which is introduction of a new student representative to the board for the first quarter of 2017-18, and a report by that student. And Dr. Dugal, will you introduce him?
Thank you. I'd like to introduce everyone to Tyler Lum. He is the South High ASB president for the 2017-18 school year. Tyler has managed to take a strike balance of academic rigor, activities, and athletics, and that is rare for most high school students. Academically, Tyler has an almost exclusive honors and AP coursework since his freshman year, and has maintained an impressive overall GPA of 4.37, as well as athletics and leadership responsibilities. Outside of leadership, Tyler has earned his Eagle Scout Award, serves on the Torrance Youth Council, and is a member of the Math and Filipino clubs. Additionally, Tyler is a member of our cross-country team. Within leadership, Tyler has managed a remarkable feat to become an ASB president as a junior. There's only one other time in South High history that documents a junior as a sitting ASB president. Prior to being ASB president, Tyler also served as his class president both his freshman and sophomore year, giving him a solid foundation for his current position. He has the inherent ability to bolster other students' self-esteem and is a gifted and nurturing leadership student. This is a true quality of a leader. I would like to welcome everyone, Tyler Lum.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you. As introduced by Dr. Dugal, my name is Tyler Lum, and I am today's student representative from South High School. And I'm going to give you guys a brief outline of what we're doing this year at South right now. So we decided to start our activities really early. During registration, August 22nd to 25th, on freshman day, we had an orientation with a new club called Connect Club. What we did was we had a whole day, basically a school day, from 7 to 3. We talked to all the students. First, they turned in all their paperwork, got everything filled in, and then we had them go into classrooms led by Connect Club members, and we gave them a rundown of what high school is like so they would feel more comfortable. We've never done this before, but it turned out it worked because all the freshmen are really excited this year. Recently, we had our elections for freshmen also. We just finished that actually last week, so it's all set. And then upcoming this week, we have a pep rally for our fall sports. We're going to have games and music, and then we're going to call the captains up and recognize the teams. And then another new thing we're doing this year is Club Rush Week, which is September 25th to 29th, which is where we have each day set for specific clubs. So we have the community service clubs, cultural clubs, specialty clubs, and class clubs. And this is a week dedicated to promoting each of them. And instead of one day of club promotion, we're doing the entire week, so everybody can have more time to promote their clubs. And we also have our homecoming, annual homecoming on the 14th of October. And we're going to have a spirit week before it to promote the dance. And then the main thing I want to talk about is this year, unfortunately, as you guys all know, the hurricanes, they hit really hard and destroyed a lot of neighborhoods. So we decided this year to do a collaboration with the other high schools and do a relief project. It's in Care Garden Bay in the British Virgin Islands. We are targeting Ivan Dawson Primary School. The reason we targeted this school specifically is because, one, we decided that here in the U.S. we have a lot of relief programs already, so we decided we want to go somewhere else where they don't have as much help. And we also thought, since we're schools, target a school, help them out in this area. All the schools and all the buildings were run down. They're no longer there. So all the students have to be taken off the island until they rebuild it all. What we're planning to do is ask for school supplies, hygiene stuff, shoes and clothes, just some basic stuff. So when they come back, they have something. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Thank you.
Wow, cool. Very nice. Any questions, comments?
What was your Eagle Scout project?
So I got my Eagle Scout as a freshman in high school. So I did it at Riviera Elementary School. I did a garden. I redid their garden. And,
You were that guy.
Yeah.
You were that guy.
So I wanted to give back to my school. Yeah.
Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
nice, very nice. Tyler, I want to welcome you and let you know that you're here partially to tell us what's going on at your school, but you will get the agenda every month, or every meeting, I shouldn't say every month, but twice a month, for as many meetings as you get to be here. It's not a lot, but it's a few. And if you can take just a minute and run through the items on the agenda, and if something occurs to you that you want to say on the agenda items, you can always speak up during the meeting. We actually would love to have more of a student voice speaking to us about the things that do come before us. So all of them affect things that happen in your school, so help us with that too if you can, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks. Okay, Mrs. Deutsch.
No, I just had a quick question. What was the name of the school again? The British Island?
Sorry. So it's Ivan Dawson Primary School. I can give you
Ivan
the name.
Dawson Primary School?
So we're-
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, thanks. And I think that's on the website. I think I've seen information being disseminated about that, haven't I? Yeah.
That's good.
Thought I had. Okay, thanks. And last but not least, and thank you for being so patient, young people, our good news student presentations from Riviera Elementary and from Richardson Middle School. And who would like to begin? Dr. Kim.
Thank you, President Reagans. Tonight, I'd like to introduce two very special student leaders who are going to come up and talk about one of the wonderful programs at Riviera Elementary School. So Will Egan and Megan Zellhart, please come on up. Let's give them a round of applause.
I bet they've seen that garden that you helped put together and fix up for them. Okay, go ahead.
Also
Ladies
joining
and
us
gentlemen.
tonight is the principal of Riviera Elementary, Mrs. Christy
Oh,
Frichet.
yes, she is hiding back there. I can see. Welcome. Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Megan. I'm a fifth grade student at Riviera Elementary. I'm also an RPM, or a Riviera Peer Mediator. I've been an RPM for 1 year. The RPM program at our school is great because we help resolve conflicts on the playground. When I was an RPM last year, I had duty on the grass for the first trimester, and during the second and third trimester, I worked on the blacktop. It was fun being an RPM, and we trained at South High, and we learned everything like we needed to be to know about the RPM. I also like being an RPM because it made me feel helpful and in need, and the RPM program is a great program.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So when you were on the blacktop and then on the grass, which one had more conflicts that you had to work with?
The blacktop, because like more people play there.
That's what I
And then
wondered.
we also have like more games on the blacktop because like the grass, like most people just like they can get along on the grass.
Okay. I like that.
Good job.
Thanks. Good analysis. Okay. And how about your friend here?
Hi, my name is Will Egan, and I'm currently a fifth grader at Riviera Elementary School. Last school year, I was a Riviera Peer Mediator, or an RPM. So my job was to help kids on the playground to solve their problems, and I was assigned to 3 different spots throughout the year. It was a lot of fun to help the kids solve their problems, and it made me feel really good. All in all, RPM is a great way to contribute to the school, and I'm really glad I did it.
Great, great. Do you think it's helped you to learn how to solve your own problems better, too?
Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, can you peer mediate for yourself sometimes?
Sometimes.
Good, Glad to hear it. Anybody else? Any other questions or comments?
Good job.
I love RPMs. That's so cute.
Yes.
Sure. And the yellow hats are a wonderful choice of color. I love yellow.
They're identifiable on the playground, and I just wanted to mention that Tyler served as a RPM when he went to Riviera School. And looking around the room, Dr. Stowe's son serves as a RPM. Martha's son, Ben, was an RPM. And Ryan Stahl, who you're going to hear from next, also served as a RPM. So it is a great step in leadership, and really proud of our students. Kim Egan is one of our teachers and coordinators for the RPM program. And a highlight is definitely going to South High, where the students receive their training and hear from past Riviera students, ASB members, to hear about leadership and impact at the higher levels. So thank you for letting us share this program tonight.
Thank you for sharing. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd now like to call up two seventh grade students from Richardson Middle School, Isabella Venegas and Ryan Stahl. Come on up.
Welcome, welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isabella.
And my name is Ryan. We're in the 7th grade, and this is our second year part of the leadership class at Richardson Middle School.
Today we want to tell you about an exciting way our class welcomes everyone back to school and the positive impact it makes on our RMS campus. We call it Welcome Week. And in case you're wondering, it's a week where students from all grades get to know each other more and even make some new friends.
Everyone in our school participates, whether it's teachers and staff or just shy students coming out of their shells. Last year, everybody loved that week, including myself and Isabella, as we were incoming 6th graders and ready for the new adventures of middle school.
Now let's get right to it. Today we delivered name tags to every student on campus to help them introduce themselves to someone they didn't know and say hi.
Tomorrow is the Positive Behavior Assembly. This is the chance for us to show students how to act positively at the Richardson campus. Leadership has planned 4 skits to share with the rest of the school.
Another activity for tomorrow is the Board of the Brave. Students can stop by and add a positive quote or inspirational message on the board to spread good vibes for the start of the school year.
On Wednesday, there will be a scavenger hunt. This is for the new students at our school to become more familiar where everything is located. We will distribute clues among the students.
Thursday is something we like to call performances in the park. It is basically a talent show or showcase for students and teachers to perform in. It's lots of fun for everyone who participates or just watches. It will be held on the field, and students can eat their lunch while watching the performances.
The final day of Welcome Week is High Five Friday. High five someone you do not know and make them feel welcome on campus. This will make new students feel accepted.
This is our second year in leadership. Ryan and I tried to make a difference on campus every day, and this week is no exception.
Thank you for letting us share our plan for this week with you. We hope that everyone has a good time this week and that they are eager as we are to start the school year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions or comments, anyone?
You didn't get to keep the yellow hat?
Nope.
Has to go back to the next generation.
Tyler will get to keep his name tag when he's done.
Yes, something you can aspire for.
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's right.
Thanks.
I love that welcome week.
Hope the week
Awesome.
turns out great.
Yes.
Congratulations. Thanks. Thanks very much. And now if you folks need to go ahead and go, we understand. We have to finish up our business part of the meeting now, so we will be continuing.
Good job.
Thanks for coming and thanks for your patience.
Probably have homework too.
Thank you.
Good to get one.
So we will proceed into oral communications or unscheduled hearings for non-agenda items. Oh, that's an item, though, okay. I don't have any cards, right? So I don't need to read the instructions. Is that correct, Dr. Manning? That's correct. We will dispense with that and move on to past discussion action items, to our consent agenda. And the card I have here wants to address item number 17.2, so we can pull that. Anything else that anybody wants to look at individually, or I'll entertain a motion?
Make a motion to approve. I'll make a motion to approve all consent items 13 through 19, exclusive of 17.2,
And 19.7.
and so amended.
Second.
Can I add 18.3,
Sure.
please? So, okay, so it's been moved and seconded that we approve all consent items aside from 17.2, 18.3, and 19.7. Did I get that right, everybody? Yep. Okay. All those in favor? So that's through 19.
Yep.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? All right, so we will begin with 17.2, and that is Deborah Tabush.
Need a motion.
Oh, motion?
Make a motion to approve 17.2.
Okay.
Second?
Okay. Come on forward. Now your turn. Schoolhouse Rocks, I
Love your
remember
shirt.
that. Yeah.
That's right. Knowledge is power.
Yep.
Good evening, Cabinet and Madam President. Deborah DeBush, Torrance Teachers Association President, 1619 Cravens Avenue. I'm here tonight pulling item 17.2 of the Human Resource Consent Items. I'm pulling these items because there has been a lot of talk at school sites, which has prompted a few questions in regard to the intervention teachers at the elementary level. One of the questions is, what is the origin for the change? Is the program going to be a district-wide program? And is there a plan for equity and affordability?
So are you're addressing the change in the way that intervention teachers are going to be handled? Is that what you're questioning? Let's see, is that something we should address tonight, or should they be talking with you, Dr. Stowe?
They need to talk to Dr. Stowe, and Dr. Stowe can give it.
Okay. How about a little response this evening, and then you can work
Yeah,
on it?
we're happy to meet with you to discuss this further, but basically we're following direction from legal counsel with regard to the hourly intervention teachers and moving forward with the supplemental funding of those teachers.
That's it?
Well, I mean, question was raised in the spring, and so we worked with our legal counsel regarding the ed code on paying these teachers and
Okay.
and their status,
Right.
whether they're, what status are they within the district? And so, at the direction of legal counsel, we're following that and implementing that district-wide with all of the schools who are choosing to hire intervention teachers for additional support for students this year.
And then can I just clarify, so you said in the spring of last year is when the question came up regarding all of the
Yes.
legal issues? Okay,
Or late spring, early summer,
okay.
we
All
worked
right.
through this.
Thank you.
Huh?
Okay, but I hope the conversation will continue, and you'll get more information as needed, okay? Okay. Thank you. So it's been moved and seconded that we approve the certificated personnel information reports. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. I actually pulled the next one, which is 18.3, which is approval of the health benefit rates for Torrance Unified School District employees for the 2017-18 plan year. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I pulled this item because this comes before us every year, the rates that we're going to be having on our employee benefit rates. And I, without exception, asked the question, so what kind of a change does this represent from the previous year? And this particular year, our rates represent a 0% increase. So these rates are exactly the same as the previous year. There is no increase in our employee benefit rates for 2017-18, which I think is almost miraculous in this day and time. So I just wanted to highlight that and recognize that, and thanks the insurance group, there's a whole committee of folks that work on this and that try to keep our costs down for our employees, and they managed to do it for this year. So I appreciate that, and I hope that the employees that are out there do that too. So just to bring that to everyone's attention that that is happening for this year. A good thing. Again, good news we try to bring up. Okay, so it's been moved and seconded that we approve 18.3, the health benefit rates for 2017-18 plan year. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carried. And last but not least, we have 19.7, approving a mutual release and settlement agreement with CTG Construction for additional work performed at Yukon Elementary School. And a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
And that's Mr. Wermers.
I don't care about the agreement. I read the description of the work and I'm baffled. What are we doing?
The installation of the tiles in the ceilings at Yukon in the summer of 2016 had some issues because the roof design and what was designed by the architect and then called for as far as materials did not include splines and clips to hold the tiles in place. And unfortunately, during the year, the way the roof structure is at Yukon, it's different than any of our other schools. And so there's some play in there. And what was happening is some of the tiles were falling. And so what we did, we had the installer, CTG, go in and install these splines and clips in every classroom with the exception of one classroom, the multi-purpose room, and the office. And so there was a little disagreement as far as,
Like I said,
where the responsibility lied. But,
That I could care less about.
So this is what that is. It would have come
So
through
just-
on a change order, but because we negotiated a price lower than what was billed, we put it through on this thing.
And I was more curious about what we were doing. I couldn't understand from the description of the work what we were doing or why we were doing it, so.
Right. We had an issue with falling tiles at Yukon.
Okay.
And it's.
And then the
make sure they
interlocking
don't.
ceiling tiles, and they just, I'm assuming because of the slope roof, they slid down from and began to fall. So we just had to tighten them, okay.
That roof structure is different there, as Mrs. Reagan's knows. That roof structure is different there than any of the other schools in the district.
Probably better than getting the kids a hard hat.
And we've had issues. We've had issues under, and we've had issues over.
And it's the only school with AC because it's so close to the freeway.
Correct.
Yukon is a unique place. All right, thank you.
Yes,
both
it
of you.
is. Okay, so it's been moved and seconded that we approve a mutual release and settlement agreement with CTG Construction for additional work performed at Yukon Elementary School. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. The board calendar, with many wonderful events coming up, is here for you to check out and join us for any of those that you can. There's lots of events at the campuses with performances, et cetera. Comments from members of the Board of Education. And first and foremost is a report from the board's representative to SoCal Rock, Mr. Wermers.
We meet Wednesday. Like I said, I missed the last meeting because I was in Wyoming for the eclipse, and we meet Wednesday. So on Thursday, Friday I could tell you a whole bunch of stuff, but today I can't tell you anything. So if you'd like, I can
I
call
don't
you.
want to speculate and just kind of make it up. No, just.
No, that's not a good idea considering the meetings meander just a little. You were there, so. But no, after Thursday's night meeting, I could tell you all kinds of stuff, but right now, no.
Okey doke, then we'll let it go till next month. Keep it fresh for us till then. And let's see, Mr. Lee, you had a.
Yeah, I just want to, not last weekend, but weekend before last weekend, was the Torrance High School 100th anniversary weekend. And I'd have to say that it was probably about as well-run as I could imagine it being run. I know it probably a lot of teachers put in a lot of hours, administrators. The committee was pretty awesome. They did everything very well. And the school looked gorgeous. I mean, there's nothing, it just was great. I mean, Friday night football game was great. They could have won, but it was close. They did better than West did against Culver City, so that's a small victory. And, no, it was fun. The concert, the auditorium at Torrance High School, if people in the community have not seen that, it is drop dead gorgeous. And the sound quality was incredible for the band and all the things, Dave Pack, Ambrosia, Symbols of Time, various versions of those three things. And everybody had a good time. The place was full, 900 people in there. So just kudos to everybody for that event because it was incredible. I can't wait for the next one.
And Mr. Lee, why don't you mention Architectural Digest?
Oh,
I was
it
gonna
did
say
make,
that.
Torrance High School did make well, how did they put it? That it was the most
California
architecturally,
selection.
yeah, the most architecturally significant or good-looking, or I don't know what it was, but at least a hoity magazine like Architectural Digest showed Torrance High School as the
They did,
number
it was
one.
lovely.
So, not only is it a good school, it's good-looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to second or third that it really was a wonderful event. I got to see a lot of it, and up to and including the ribbon cutting on Monday that was sort of finalizing the renovations that we did, and the school looks spectacular, and everyone had wonderful spirit, and we're excited about the anniversary and moving forward to the next 100 years, so whoever's going to be around then, make sure you celebrate well. Don't know if it'll be any of us. All right. Anything else? Anyone? I did have one other thing. In the body of the consent, there was also a resolution proclaiming October 8th through the 14th as the week of the school administrator. So give your administrators a pat on the back. Thank you, administrators all that are here with us today and that are out there in our audience. We appreciate what you do for our students and for our schools.
Say again, Dr. Mann?
We prefer hugs.
Oh, you prefer